Hello everybody, hope you are having a blessed day, and again we are in the game of Wizard101. Now for today's video, I just wanted to showcase and show what I'm going to plan on using when I'm going to start doing some level 130 fire PvP. I'm going to show you my stats, my gear, and then my deck setup. And honestly, this is just me kind of playtesting. I haven't really done fire PvP in a while. I mainly did at the start of like the 4th age, before Lore Master even got nerfed. Mainly because I just wanted to get the Sergeant and get a bunch of spells I needed. But honestly, PvP was pretty simple back then. I'm pretty sure it still is now, because fire is one of the best schools. So I'm just going to mess around with it now, because I think I got some pretty good stats that are going to work really well in today's meta. So with that in mind, of course, I'm open to any suggestions you may throw at me. Let's just jump in and so let me show you what I'm working with for stats right now. So you can see already I'm at 8,138 stats. So I'm at 8k stats, and you probably know why. 8k stats. My damage is a little low. I'm at a 155 damage. Okay, because I want to make sure I had more resist. So I have 45 resist. And I'll show you something I may plan on changing, but right now I'm going to keep it this, because I do like having the little bit higher resist, and with also the 8k health. And also have 30 accuracy. So I can't fizzle my spells, or any of my spells, even my Shadow Pit spells, unless I get mantled in some form or fashion. So that's really nice. Then for critical, 33%. Of course, 499, some reason. Of course, it couldn't just give me 500. But, you know, what I'm going with this setup isn't really based around crit. It's basically getting a really good damage. As you can see, I have 43 pierce. That is insanely high pierce, I feel like. Because even if I get like an infallible and strike, I'm easily over like 100. So that's really nice to see with 43 pierce. If we don't look at these stats. And then another big thing with these stats is probably the pip conversion. My Shadow Pip's at 7. I also have 100 power pip. And I'll show you how I do that later when we get to the gear. But the main reason I'm going this kind of setup, because I've been loving watching all these other people with content, making content on YouTube, talking about those stats and do some fire PvP. Mainly going out there with Blake PvP. Love watching his channel. If you haven't checked it out, please go and check him out. He's awesome at the game. But something I always hear from everybody, no matter who it is, they always have those kind of times in the chat and stuff, they're talking and saying, I hope I don't get a fail pip. We're good if we don't get a fail pip. And you know how I play the game, I don't even want to have that go from my mind at all. That's why I've gone with this setup. I'm able to get 100 power pip. And also still be able to have 100 accuracy. So if it comes down to it, unless I'm getting mantled in some form, when it comes down to that last kind of hit, I don't have to think about if I'm going to get a fail pip or if I'm going to fizzle. And I still got pretty good damage and really good pierce. So I'm pretty sure I'm set for what I'm planning on doing. Okay, so there's the stats. And how you're going to get these stats is through these gear. So of course we have the Dragoons, because the Dragoon is broken right now. Also the set bonuses are really nice. And I'm pretty sure we're up to maybe the 2 or 3 set bonus. I'm pretty sure we're going to tip the 3 set bonus. So we have the Dragoon hat. And for the robe, I got this. You saw in the pack open a while back. I was able to get a Turquoise Eagles Raiment robe. And the reason why you go with this robe now is only just because of that big, massive health. And it still gives you some decent damage. Pretty good resist. And the cool thing is also that 4% pierce. Which is how I'm able to get over 40 pierce. So that's nice. Next is the best boots, without a doubt, in the game. Is Dragoon's boots. These Dragoon's fire boots are awesome. As compared, I think the last ones were some pack boots or something like that, or even like the Kabbalist boots you could craft. Yeah, these just, without doubt, just destroy those boots. Because these are over 1,000 health by themselves, and the best damage and critical boots you can get in the game. So, love these boots. For the one, I do have the Kapukin's Warden Hook, you've seen from some of my other gear setups. It's just one I'm planning on me using. My Avon to help me get to the 3rd set bonus. I'm pretty sure there's something with some damage with fire. By using the Dragoon's fiery dagger. And I basically put 2 pierce sockets on there and also a power pip. This is one of the ways I'm able to get 100% power pip. Next is the amulet. The amulet is the Shane Von Shane amulet from Darkmoor. And again, I'm using this one because it gives me 4% resist. A little bit more critical, even though I'm not going critical that much with 33%. But this is also an amulet that gives me that 4% pierce. And that pierce again is huge. Going against like Ice Wizards, which one I'll probably say is probably the best wizard in the game right now. I'm only going out basically with 43% pierce. So at least I'm getting through probably half the resist to fire. Because most likely I'll have about 60 to 70 to all with fire ward on. So at least I can pierce through half of that. Okay. So that's just something to keep in mind with that. And then of course you have level 100 Daredevil Ring, because it's the only one that gives you pierce, I'm pretty sure. So I don't know why they stopped making any change to critical based ones. I think that was a really bad decision. So maybe if they would go to 140, 150, they may revert back. But again, people did complain about getting too high of Pierce, and I can see why. I'm only at 43, and I know Storm could probably hit 50. So there's that. And then the big one is a pet I've had for a while. It's a really good pet. It's one I finally got a jewel today. And it is Chancellor Cody, which is a double damage, double resist pet, which is how I get to that 45 resist. May cast Infallible, and then I have the Chi Focus, which is something I've been trying to do for so long. And I'll talk in the future video why it took me so long to get this thing. I ran into complications with King's Island himself, and I had to eventually go, and it's been like the last 2-3 weeks trying to get a hold of this jewel. Okay, so I'll explain that in the future video, because that's not for this video. But basically, this jewel is really good, and you can only get it from the Kroger packs during the month of June. And it basically gives you Chi Focus, which gives you the 5% Power Pip, and also May cast Drag Lunge, which basically is a spell. When it props, and if it props, it also gives you, I think, a 35% the Bounce Blade, and also 10% Pierce. So that's awesome. That's exactly what you want this setup. More Pierce and more damage. Now, you could also always just switch this out for more damage you want to. And also, you can make it go for like the whole May cast Brace pets. But I really like this one, because this is the reason why I'm able to get to that 100% Power Pip. So without this jewel, it just wouldn't have been possible. And for mount, I'm actually using the Clockwork Courser, which again, I think is a bundle base mount. And I'm using this because it gives me 2% Pierce. And I could always switch that out for the Fire Gulcher for 3% damage. But right now, I just feel like going for more Pierce, because Ice Resist is mad right now. And then for my run, my not wand deck, I'm using the 130 deck. This one gives you probably the best Power Pip, and also not the best Power Pip, best critical and block in the game. Pretty decent sideboard. And I put a 12% accuracy on there, which is how I'm able to get 100% accuracy. So those those stats. And I did think there was like the Omen deck is a bigger sideboard or something like that, if I heard. So I may be trying to farm for that later and put another 12% accuracy on there. But for right now, this is what I'm planning on going with. And then for my deck, it's a little big compared to some other decks, but it's why I feel like it would be really good. I do run one of each dispel of each school. Just in case I'm starting out, I don't know what I'm going to play again, because I'm not in like the Warlord class yet. Where basically you know who you're going to be going against every time, a lot of ices and so on and so forth. I do run max stun blocks. That's a really important strat for fire, because I am basically like a glass cannon of only 45 resist. Then I have Entangled, a couple of Fire Elves for those tower shields, 2 Glacier Shields, because one, it gives me the ice shield, which is the best score in the game. Then I have basically the Fire Spell, a couple Wildfires. I don't know if these are max. I have these maxed out. I could put one more in, I guess. But honestly, I feel like 6 would be kind of cloggy. So I'm going to leave it at 5. Because yes, I want to win the Bubble War. But if it gets past that, I don't think it's going to be worth it. Then I have 1 E for Shield, because these 2 scores are probably like the easiest matchups really against Fire. Same thing like the Dream Shield. They're not as bad as a matchup against like as compared to Elder Fires and Ice. More Dispels. The Thermic Shield, which is again Ice and Fire, probably the 2 best scores in the game. More Dispels. 4 Strikes, because I want to make sure I can get into Strike if I want to. And then I have my 1 Fire Beetle, and then 3 1-hits. Then for TCs, I'm planning on using this 1 random stun, just to have it. 5 Tower Shields, 2 Triarges, 3 Brims, 2 Magma Colossus, 5 Ifrits, 1 Fire Giant, 2 Fire Elves, 4 Fire Sharks, 3 FFAs, 1 Hephaestus, 3 Scimitars, 2 Fire Guts, and then 1 Mantle. Okay, and I don't know if I'm trying to figure out a place I can maybe toss in. I don't know if I have the TC somewhere. I've saved all my TC on these random decks. But also try to keep all the rare TCs and things. I wish they had like a whole like bank for TCs, so I could just chuck some of these things in there. Let's see if I can find a spell number for. Yeah. So like a King Art. Let's go back to where my deck was. I think it's this one. Yes. So I am trying to think about a place maybe I can chuck in this the cheesy King Art. The King Art is still a really good spell if your opponent gets to stun block against you. If you ever get a chance to drop a King Art somebody, let's say a Fire Ward, you're probably just going to win the game. So here's my deck here. If you could help me figure out where I can squeeze in a king art, I want to take out maybe one of my Efreets, maybe a Brim. I don't know, maybe the Mantle to stun. I don't know. That's just something I need help with. If you could tell me in the comment section where I should put it, it'd be a great help. So yep, that's going to be the video. I hope you found this helpful. If you've enjoyed it, please do like on the video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Guys, this tells me that you enjoy this kind of content and helps me make more content for you to enjoy. Now, like always, I hope the rest of your week is blessed. I hope to see you in the next video. And hope you stay safe out there. And I'm out.